Yes, D's.
Yes.
Welcome to my YouTube channel. Living the dream, mate. It's diesel. Yoo-hoo.
Best day ever.
Yoo-hoo.
Oh, that's the problem. I think if we had a dog.
Yeah. But I like bit of a trick. What a pop top get done.
You'd be like, let's just go out for a while.
Hi, I'm Callum from Onwards Vehicles and I'd like to welcome you to our YouTube channel. This is our first video. It's going to be part van tour, part look around our workshop and a little bit of what we get up to outside of work. Hopefully it'll give you a bit more of an idea of what we get up to here at Onwards and the vehicles that we create. So this is an average day at the Onwards workshop. We've got the medium wheelbase MAN TGE behind us. It's a 4x4 model. It's in a really lovely dark green. Today we've been cutting the apertures for the side windows, for the elevating roof. You can see I've got the elevating roof here behind me. This is waiting to be prepped for paint, so we've got to take the rubber seals off and yeah, key it all up, and it's going to be colour coded to match the roof up the top there. Yeah, so basically today we're prepping. We've got some subframes here, some softwood subframes for the Dometic S4 windows. We've got one of the windows just down here behind me. We've got another one over on the CNC machine. This is the subframe for the Rimo elevating roof, which is a model that they've designed specifically for the MAN TGE and the Volkswagen Crafter. And my colleague Jake is currently underneath the van, measuring up, checking some dims for some of the habitation systems, some of the cut-throughs for the wastewater, for some of the entries for the gas, some of the entries for some of the electrical loom, and yeah, I'll show you inside. So you can see we've got the hole here, cutting the roof. We've got all of the cab plasticed off so we don't get any swarf or any dust inside of there. We've got the holes for the offside and near side windows cut in. And we also have the hole for the porthole in place. What we do need to do is cut the apertures for the side pod, so that's going to be happening shortly. So we're 2 days into this build, we've got 8 weeks left, and we expect to have it done sort of the end of October. This one's going to be a really, really interesting vehicle. We're basically throwing everything at this. It's going to be fantastic. So Jake's underneath at the moment, checking some of the hole locations for some of our habitation systems. Smile, Jake. So right now I've just cut all of the through holes for the inlets, outlets, exhausts and external shower. So you can see Right here we've got the hole for the external shower, and if I move along slightly, the through hole for the filler for the underslung LPG tank, the through hole for the exhaust for the Truma combi heater, and here we have the filler for the water tank, and we have the through hole for the filler, the through hole for the shore power, so the hookup. So today we have a fantastic opportunity to look back at one of our past builds. This is the first of the ex-Fire Brigade Mercedes Sprinters that we built back at the start of last year. I'm going to give you a bit of an overview of the conversion, a bit of detail about the habitation systems, and kind of just show you why it's one of our favourite builds to date. The main features of this layout are the large kitchen unit on the offside here, the L-shaped seating area, and the semi-permanent bed at the back here. It's currently in its stored away position. I'm going to show you how it pulls forward and creates a really large main bed area. So the first step in pulling out the rear bed is to grab the stainless support pole, which is stored at the back here. This pole slots into the kitchen and into the U-shaped cradle on this wall here. And the next step is to grab the upholstery, which makes up part of the bed, and place it up on the bed. Then what we do is we undo the stainless clutch just here and pull the bed forward. It rests onto the stainless pole. Then we can pull the upholstery forward. Big of a stretch. And here you have the bed in its pulled out position. I'll jump up here, it's super sturdy. And with the two portholes with the Iroko trims here, and with the ash cladding, it just creates a super cosy environment and very nautical. And we're really happy with the feel of this space. You can see that I can fit really easily. We've also got some mood lighting at the back here, which is obviously always a bonus. So yeah, that's the bed in its pulled out position. What's really nice about this space too is even with the bed pulled out, you still have a seat here and access to use all of the stove and the sink combo unit, the fridge, so someone can stay in bed, the person that gets up first can make the cup of tea, can make brekkie, and you still get to sit. What we also have is two positions for the table, so I'll show you how the table works. So you've got the option to have the table in this position. The front passenger seat swivels, so even with the bed out, you can still sit and have breakfast between the two of you. And then the secondary position is for when the bed is pushed away. Here we've got the main switch panel, so we've got the brass toggle switches for spotlights, kitchen light, water pump, and external awning light. We have the gauge for the underslung LPG tank, the gauge for the under chassis water tank, the Victron BMV, which is your main way to monitor your electrical battery bank, your 12-volt DC system, the control panel for the Truma combi unit, and then the temperature sensor for the Truma combi unit. You can see a lot of the trim here along with the worktop is Iroko, and then the joinery on the cupboard doors and the drawer fronts is solid white ash. We've also got the Iroko table out here. You can see even after a year's worth of use, the Iroko starts to take on a really lovely patina, really nice colour. We've still got some of the customers' bits and pieces in here. We've got the roll down blinds. These cover up the portholes for night time. We've still got some high level storage across the back here, and then the second porthole on the near side or the passenger side. We're really happy with how this Iroko trim came out as well. We decided to put some contrasting ash plugs in this one, and after a year of use, starts to take on a really lovely patina. So the contrast between the orange upholstery, the really warm Iroko, and you've got the birch face plywood here is fantastic. It's something that we're really passionate about at Onwards. You might have noticed that we use a lot of orange in our conversions. One of our custom ash clad ceilings with a 5mm shadow gap. We also have down here is the outdoor storage, so this is in the sliding door space, and you've got storage for flip-flops or just outdoor gear in general, and again trimmed up with the Oroco. As you can see, this is vehicle number 12 out of our fleet of Onwards vehicles. So we'll give you a bit of a tour of the outside of this vehicle. Here we have the custom aluminium access ladder for the roof rack that we designed specifically for this vehicle, so that was designed in-house and fabricated for us. And what it does is it just optimises the roof space of this vehicle, so you've got ample storage for surfboards, roof boxes, you know, anything you want to store on the outside of the vehicle. And you've also got a 200-watt solar panel up the top there. What we also have is the external inlet, so we've got the LPG filler for the underslung 15-litre LPG tank, the water filler, the external shower, and the outlet for the Truma combi unit. We also went for these quite distinct orange vinyls on the side of this vehicle, which we think complement the quite bold red paintwork. So this vehicle was used by the Welsh Fire Brigade to carry a small pump unit to go and fight fires on the hillsides in Wales. So what you can see is it's got quite a distinct roller shutter at the back here. Basically meant that the fire brigade could, you know, pull their pumps, pull all of their equipment out quickly. But we thought we'd keep this in place, and it just acts as a really nice access point for the rear garage area. So I'll show you that now. We did something quite interesting with this one as well. So it pulls out into position 1, locks in place, gives you a nice platform here for sort of outdoor cooking, or just to, you know, if you're working on the van, if you've got tools, anything like that. Also a place to tie down extra equipment. What you also have is this secondary drawer here. See, in this waterproof bag we have the shower outlet for the Bullfinch external shower, so that's stored inside of this waterproof bag. Another really great feature of this conversion is the Nature's Head composting toilet that is hidden under the front end of this kitchen unit. So if I open up these two doors, unlock them, open them right out, you can see that we have the Nature's Head unit fitted to a dedicated drawer. It pulls out and stays in this position. And you can see that anyone can then sit here, do their business. Not too private, but in effect it's you know, an emergency toilet. Obviously with all the blinds closed, you've got privacy in here, and if you're travelling as a couple, then hopefully that you know each other well enough that either one of you steps outside of the vehicle, or you're happy for someone to do their business. We're big fans of the Nature's Head composting unit. It does a really great job of separating solids and liquids. Basically you have a compartment down the bottom there, but it's protected by this gate. That's where your solids go, and like any compost unit, like any compost toilet, you put sawdust inside of there. It dries out the solid matter, and then you can dispose of that you know, in the relevant disposal sites. The great thing is as well, there's no chemicals, you know, so its eco credentials are second to none really. And then you've got the bottle on the front, which is where your liquids go. So if you're only going for a No.01, you know, you can lift that out, dispose of it, and it's yeah, you're sorted in terms of emergency toilet in this vehicle. So in terms of habitation systems, underneath me in the bench here we have a Truma combi heater. That is a water heater and a blown air heater all in one unit. It can be supplied by the underslung LPG tank. That's a 15-litre tank. It can be supplied by 240 shore power or hookup. You can also use it as a combination of both if you want to heat water as quickly as possible. That hot water supplies your tap here right behind me, the sink, so you've got hot water for washing up, and it also supplies the external shower, so you know you can have a hot shower outside. We also have a full lithium system, and that is a 100 amp hour lithium battery. We have a Victron Easy Solar unit, which is a solar MPPT controller, which takes your 200 watt solar panel or the power generated by your 200 watt solar panel, and trickle charges your lithium leisure battery. The Easy Solar unit also encompasses an inverter charger. That's a 1600 watt unit, takes the 12 volt DC and turns it into 240 AC, so you have the capacity to charge domestic style appliances when you're off grid and you don't have access to hookup. What we also have is an Orion DC-DC charger. So again, that's another Victron bit of kit. Takes the surplus charge from your alternator and trickle charges your lithium battery when you're driving. So you've got 3 ways of charging basically in this vehicle, and that means that you've got ample battery capacity to sustain yourself off grid. And then that power supplies a 50-litre compressor fridge, all of your low ampage 12-volt lighting in here, and also you've got obviously various charging outlets, and so it's a very capable off-grid vehicle. Okay, so today's job is prepping the elevating roof to be spray painted. Basically means keying the surface so that when we do spray it, there's a really good mechanical bond between the primer and the surface of the fiberglass. It comes to us in a finished white gel coat, and we have to strip all of the components off and then completely key all the surface. So this one has a subframe, a front spoiler, and the actual elevating part of the roof. You can see this stack of components is in its raw state, so it's just come fresh off the CNC machine. We have to machine off the tabs and sand it all down by hand, and then it's ready for a dry fit. And then once we're happy with how it all goes together, then we can go for the final glue up and a round of spray lacquer. We use a satin spray lacquer on all of these, and they get 2 coats, so it's a really nice hard wearing finish on this birch face poplar core plywood. The next stage for this build is for me to lay down some sound dampening between these softwood battens. Then we're going to go in with a layer of insulation, and then our 12mm lightweight plywood subfloor can go down. And then really we're ready to move on to insulating the walls, running our first fix electrics, ply lining, and then we can look at trimming those as well. We've got some apertures to go around the window you can see behind me. The side pods have need their final coat of paint, and then they're ready to go on. So it's going to be a busy couple of weeks, and it's going to be a fun couple of weeks for sure. I've also got to introduce you to our newest member of the team. This is Jake's new puppy Mouse. Hello. Newest member of the Onwards team.
Not sure how much she adds to the productivity.
Nah, but yeah, she makes up for it in cuteness. We've now reached a stage with the MAN TGE build behind me where we've completed all of the first fix and the majority of the vehicle modifications, and it brings to a close our first YouTube video. So stay tuned for our next video where we'll take a deeper dive into this particular conversion. If you did enjoy this video, make sure that you like and subscribe and leave some comments if you've got any feedback for us. But stay tuned for the next one, and I'll see you there.